land of the Fey folk was besieged, ravaged by the fires of war.
This scene was the original attempt at setting the world.
So they fled, both Puck and Pix alike, braving the elements, traversing the briny main with terrible storms.
And it was a clever idea, the idea being it's the backstory, vignettes travel to the Berg is told in the form basically of a puppet show. And then it's revealed that the puppets are in fact these creatures known as kobolds.
I think people watching the show would expect probably something more visceral.
It not only was about how do we introduce the world to the audience, but we were always thinking about how do we introduce the various different characters to the audience.
And it begins, as all stories are wont to do, at the beginning.
This was the original introduction to Millworthy, who is Simon McBurney's character. And when we deleted this scene, we ended up giving his introduction a lot more weight. His introduction now happens in episode 2.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
And you thought I wouldn't find a suspect?
Suspect? What's going on? What's happened?
What's happening is you murdered Aisling Carell.
What?
The theatrical type, he has his little show where he has kobolds doing innovative little performances for him. He's tied to a time in the history of the Row when the Fae were not looked upon so negatively. It was an artistic place and a thriving place, as any sort of immigrant community is, and so he's kind of that world.